Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another 10 Car Tuesday episode, and this one's going to be absolutely, in my opinion, fantastic. We're going to look at 10 Schuko I've got actually in the package, have not been opened, and I am super stoked to take a look at these. All these are going to be the older stock Schuko, I think, and I don't know if there's a date on any of these or not. A lot of these are out of print, discontinued, so they don't make them, obviously, anymore. And we're going to take a look, and we're going to start with this Ferrari 458 Italia. So we got 10 Schuko to look at, guys. So this is going to be a pretty sweet 10 Car Tuesday episode. So here's the packaging. The packaging is going to look pretty much the same on all these. I don't see a copyright date anywhere. If anybody else sees one, let me know. Don't see it. Alright, so packaging for these is kind of interesting. It's a box with a kind of a clear portion of the box so you can see inside. This is a cardboard deal, and then they are screwed in, so we will have to get out the screwdriver to do this on all of these, so I apologize for that, but it's really easy to pull them out of the package fairly quickly, so that's not a big deal. And here is your Ferrari 458 Italia from Schuco. Very nice. Alright, so if you're not familiar with the Schuco brand, basically they're going to be all metal. They're going to have rubber tires. They're going to have the features we're all used to with very premium diecast, such as lens details up there in the headlights and tail lights as well. Full detail, real style wheels. Look at the motor in the back there. That's fantastic. These Schucos generally roll very well as well. They're just a great premium brand that we haven't seen too much of. And Miho exclusives did bring those to the U.S. and had some U.S. releases of Schuko, which is awesome. And hopefully they'll continue to do that. I don't know how successful it was, but really awesome, high-quality castings. I don't think we're going to see a Ferrari again anytime soon because, they don't have the licensing for it. But really cool. So you got, again, headlight detail. You get taillight detail. Those are inserts. It is a metal body, metal base. Just a nice looking vehicle right there. So I am definitely digging that one. There's our number 1 of 10. Number 2, we get another Ferrari 458 Italia. This time in yellow with black wheels. I was excited for this one. This is one actually I didn't even know existed until I seen it for sale. I purchased all of these models from Diecast Talk on Instagram. He's got a website, but they were having a sale on these. I don't know if they still are on sale, but I got these actually. I mean, he's selling them cheap, $7 a piece plus shipping. That's pretty cheap for these models, considering the fact my original Schucos that I got, I paid probably about $15 a piece for. This one's got a slight flaw in the nose. It's got a little nick right there. But, wow, this one looks really nice too. I don't know which one I like better. The yellow one or the red. Normally I like red Ferraris much more than yellow, but I think the yellow one looks much meaner with those black rims. But same casting as the one we just looked at. That's the only issue right there. It's got that little owie right there. Real cool. And the lens on the back isn't quite perfect either. It looks like it's angled down just a little bit on that side. So but pretty awesome nonetheless. And for $7, you definitely can't argue. So if he's got any more of these left, I would say scoop them up. I actually might go back and order another Ferrari and any of the other ones that I'm missing. I might go back and grab if they're still available. Next, let's take a look at, well, I got one Volkswagen Beetle in the group. Führer there. I don't know if I pronounced that right. VW Käfer. Go ahead and get that unscrewed from the base. And put it down. So that's how quick you can pull them off the base. Not too bad. I already have an example of the Volkswagen Beetle from Schuco. I didn't technically need this one, but I didn't have one with like a police thing going on. Or I think this is probably like a fire department thing. They do a really nice Volkswagen Beetle. Lens detail up front. Lens detail in the back. Again, it's all metal. Screwed together construction. The only thing that's goofy with these is this right here. So this big knob on the bottom where they're screwed. Because when you go to take pictures of these models, if you don't want that in there, you got to Photoshop that out. If you're just trying to document the model, yeah, leave it in. But if you're trying to make like an artistic photograph or something like that, where you're trying to make this car look real, you got to Photoshop that knob out on the bottom if you're at an angle where it is visible. And that's, well, it's going to be hard to see that on the Ferrari, but this one is pretty obvious, right? Really cool little casting, though. My second Volkswagen Beetle from Schuco. My Schuco collection pretty much just doubled almost with this purchase. Let's see here. What should we look at next? Let's do these little guys. Mini Cooper. So 1/64 scale, and these are tiny. Very, very tiny. Go ahead and unscrew from the base and set it down. So look at that little guy. The Beetle's tiny. This is tinier. Metal flake green. Lens detail up front. This is the first version of a Mini that I've had in my collection from Schuco. Painted detail in the back, it appears. No lens detail on the back. Rubber tires again. It's a roller. Looks like this tire needs a little bit of help. We can do that. Metal base, metal body. This little tiny car. So here it is compared to the Volkswagen Beetle. Are Beetles really this much bigger than Minis? Were Minis really this small? I mean, to have a Beetle just like be gigantic compared to it. And then the Ferrari, of course. Look at this little thing. It's so cute. So I got it in red. And this is car number 4. Car number 5. I mean, sorry, I got it in green, so now you obviously know. I also got it in red. These are just fantastic models. And the newer stuff that Schuco's coming out with and stuff like that, the newer castings are honestly, like, even better than these. And these are really good. So, they're a brand I would definitely watch out for. I know they're coming out with a bunch of other new stuff. They're not quite as available as some other brands around here. But take a peek at this little guy. Again, of course, the lens detail. Everything's the same as the green one, except for it's an enamel red with a white top. But that's a cool little pair right there. Schuco. They do a lot of larger scale stuff as well. And of course, all I collect is 1/64 scale. So, super cool. Just awesome. That is so cool. All right. Next up, should we look at Porsches or Lamborghinis? Porsches or Lamborghinis? Let's do Lamborghinis. Okay, so I got this casting, the Lamborghini Huracan, and here it is in yellow. This is another one I did not have up until now, and I picked up. They had 3 colors of these available, and of course, yeah, I picked up all 3. So, of course I did. Of course I did. So here's the first one in yellow. Good looking model. Again, it maintains its normal construction here with the lens detail up front. This one does have what appears to be painted detail in the back. It'd be hard to make a inserted detail for the taillights, so that's forgivable. And then it's got screwed on metal base. Detail back there for the motor. Really cool. So yeah, I probably am. It's got a little bit of like some crustiness up here in the front. A little paint flaw up front, which is abnormal for Schuco nowadays. I'm telling you, these are older models that have been discontinued, and they were basically blowing them out. But little paint flaws and stuff like that. All the newer ones that I've got do not have any paint flaws. It's a very nice model. So yellow, what do you think's next? Green. Or is it Mantis? I'll go ahead and unscrew it from the base off camera so you don't have to get that close up. I'll set that right there. Very cool and green. Little Lambo logo. Looks fantastic. I think they almost could have left, now looking at this, they could have left probably the side mirrors out. I don't think there's really a point in putting side mirrors on some 1/64 scale models. And in particular, I don't think this one really needed it. They just, I mean, they're hard to notice when you just have it in your hand. Once you get it in camera, sometimes it can be a little bit of an eyesore, and these look a little weird, like just like little nubs sticking out. And now that I'm looking at the Ferrari, it's kind of the same way. So it's almost like they really don't even need to be there. But I get it. I'm trying to make it as real as possible. And in 1/64 scale, you probably don't just get like how big of a challenge it actually is in 1/64 scale. If you actually took like a door, like a gap between 2 panels or whatever, between the door, and you literally shrunk that down from real life to 1/64, like 1/64th of what that gap actually is in real life, you probably would not actually even see that door thing. It would be too small to even see like that line. So you can't make something exactly 1/64 scale because you will not see some of the details. So you have to exaggerate some of the details. But this looks pretty good. And then we have one last one that's a little bit of a departure from the other two, and it's this one in the matte black. And it just looks mean in the package. Let's go ahead and get it out. These things were dirty. It's dusty. So matte black looks awesome. Just looks mean. Really digging this one. It is quite good. I love the black wheels with the red lip and the red center lock. That looks awesome. Again, of course, it's metal base, metal body. You know, all of the details are there. And wow, this one's a stunner. I actually, out of these three, I'm definitely going to go with the black one. The black one looks awesome. I thought for sure it was going to be the green one that I was the biggest fan of, but no way. This one looks stealthy, looks awesome, and yeah, definitely. All right, so lastly, we got one more casting to look at, and I've got two variations of it to look at. Let's start with this one right here in silver, Porsche 918 Spyder in silver. This casting they did release as a Miho exclusive release here in the U.S. I don't actually have one. I haven't shown it to you guys yet, though, because it's going to be in our next Diecast weekly episode, I think, is probably when I'm going to show it. It's in Martini livery, and it looks awesome. It took me a while to get it for some goofy reason. I didn't get it right away because the hobby dealer I normally go through for this kind of stuff, for some reason, did not get that one. So I wasn't able to get it immediately when it came out, but I did eventually get it, and you can get them pretty cheap now. But yeah, so this casting is great. It's absolutely fantastic. It's got metal body, metal base, of course. Very nice detail. We got a little issue back there. You probably can see it, I'm sure, where the headlight insert doesn't appear, or taillight insert didn't appear to go in exactly 100% correct. And it's sitting up at a slight angle, which is pushing up the wing on the car. So small issue there. Oop. I thought I might have just fixed it. Did you hear that? I bet you I could fix it by pushing down on this eventually and get it down on the right spot. So playing with it, I bet you I could fix it, but you shouldn't have to fix diecast when you get them. But that's a small issue there. The thing with that, though, is even these little issues, when you photograph diecast and you get them nice and close up like this, at least to me, those little flaws and stuff, and it looks a little bit better now that I push down on it, but those little flaws and stuff really come out on camera. When you're looking at it in person, you may never notice them. But when you start to take pictures and you're editing those photos and stuff like that, yeah, it gets noticeable real quick. But that looks awesome in silver, man. That's a really cool casting. Really awesome. And then lastly, we get it in a matte black, or kind of a satin black finish. This one looks really good too. In the package anyway. Let's go ahead and pull it out. And yeah, I feel like I have to point out flaws when we look at these things under the camera, even if they're not very noticeable off camera, just because I know you guys can see them, and I'm just going to point them out because I see them. We're looking at these for the first time really together right now. So first thing I'm doing is jump into the back. The back looks better on this one. It looks even anyway. And come on, that looks really good. So immediately when I'm done with this video, I'm going to jump on his website. I'm going to order the other ones I didn't have. I might actually, if he's got another one of these, I'm going to order another one. And then I'm just going to use this one as like some sort of little trade extra. If he's got any more. I don't know if he's going to have any more. It's been a few weeks now, a couple weeks since I've had these. Look at the detail on this one. I didn't even notice that on the silver one. It's there, but I didn't really even notice it on the black one. Look at that detail. That's the other thing about having the camera up close and looking at it through the lens here, is sometimes you see glaring obvious flaws, and sometimes you miss little details. But man, that's a winner. So that's my favorite of the two. Actually, no, I do prefer this color. This color looks absolutely great. If I had to pick a favorite for the episode, so that's all 10. Gosh, it's really tough, but I almost would go with this one. That's a really cool model. I'm really happy to get these Ferraris in the collection, though. I thought these were going to be long gone to me and difficult to get, so I'm really glad to get those. The Porsches are really cool, but that's an accessible casting, being that it came out as a Miho. The Lambos are really cool, and these were not accessible. These never came out as a Miho here in the U.S., and they're long discontinued, so I am happy to get all 3 of those. I don't know if there was any other colors that came out, but those are the 3 that he had. The Mini, not necessarily a difficult one to get, but a very cool little casting. And the Beetle's a Beetle, Decided to go ahead and throw that one in there. But yeah, very, very cool. So yeah, I'm going to the website. I'm going to see what he's got left, and I'm going to order it. That's what I'm going to do. So thank you guys very much for watching another 10 Car Tuesday episode. Please check out the playlist for 10 Car Tuesday. I really appreciate you liking, commenting, subscribing, all the support. Hope you all are well and your family is well and all of that. Very much. Thank you and have a great day.